Blank Check is a movie that was made because of Home Alone. That movie became such a smash hit from out of nowhere, so other studios wanted cash in on that success. Blank Check was released 4 years after Home Alone, so by this time, people were just tired of that formula, and it was hated automatically by everybody. But I think it is more than just Home Alone shenanigans. Here we meet Preston. At first glance, he looks like a typical 90s kid, but to me, he knows a little more than that. For one thing, he gets his own computer and knows how to use it. Not only does he have a computer, it's a Macintosh. Most kids didn't have a computer back in the 90s, and if they did, it was a PC. Now the other stuff is the same. Parents don't pay much attention to him, he has no friends, brothers and other kids bully him. I mean, his parents make him go to a birthday party for a kid that bullies him. That's how you know they know nothing about him. We also see our villain, Quigley. He broke out of jail and retrieves his $1 million he had stashed to start his new life. He goes to his banker Peterman and says he needs his cash replaced so cops can't trace it. So he says he'll have someone named Juice to pick it up the very next day. Why send somebody else? Can't you do it? I mean, it's $1 million. You have something better to do than retrieve your own money to start your new life? Maybe he just wants somebody else's name to the money, but still, come on. So this is where the mix-up happens. Quigley almost runs over Preston and breaks his bike. He writes a check, but only gives him a check with his signature, thus making a blank check. Again, who writes their signature first? Oh, because the cops came, he had to hurry? But come on. So Preston goes home and thinks up his brilliant plan to write $1 million on it. Good thing Quigley's account actually has $1 million on it. Oh wait, it doesn't matter because he stole it anyway. The next day, Preston goes at the same time Quigley said to pick up the $1 million. That's right, he gives the kid $1 million and shoves it all in his backpack. You know, I don't think $1 million can fit in that. So now this is where Preston goes ape crazy and buys a ton of stuff. Even his own house just down the street under his new name, Macintosh. Get it? Macintosh? Come on. Forget it. This is where we enter 90s mode. We see products and crazy stuff that just reeked of that decade. Makes me proud to be a 90s kid. Now that Preston is buying everything, he decides he wants a girlfriend. We know the girl's his age thinks he's a nerd, and he's pretty mature for an 11-year-old, so he decides to hit on Shay, the bank teller slash FBI agent undercover. She's investigating at the bank, and Preston gets a mad crush on her. Meanwhile, these three bozos are on the hunt looking for Preston. This is where the Home Alone formula kicks in. They get trapped in this water fountain, they drive all over the park chasing him, Juice blows chunks all over the car. What are they trying to do, run him over? These parts are what usually turn people off, but I like it. It's fun. Throughout the movie, Preston has been able to get away with these laws he's breaking by saying he works for Macintosh. How everybody is fooled for this long, I have no clue. Preston throws a huge birthday party for himself under Macintosh's name. This is where he realizes that all his money is gone. Party gets shut down and Quigley and friends are on to him. They finally catch him.
How could you spend $1 million in 6 days?
Yeah, how? That's impressive. I don't even think I could do that. More Home Alone stuff, then they get caught. Police ask who's Macintosh, Quigley says it's him, gets arrested, and gets sent back to jail. You know, even though he is the bad guy, I do feel kinda bad for him. Peterman was the reason nothing goes his way. He gives his money to a kid, tells him to use Macintosh as his new identity. If only he had a better banker. No wonder this fat guy gets arrested too. So Preston finds out that Shay was only undercover but says she really liked him and gets a kiss. Man, Preston was so lucky. He gets the girl and avoids all the trouble and his dad starts to listen to him now. This is why kids in the 90s ruled the world. I remember first seeing this movie when I was 11 and seeing it today, I like it just as much. The movie teaches you a good lesson and message that money isn't everything and you shouldn't need it to be happy. It's a bad quality that sometimes ruins a person and turns them into an image they think they're supposed to be, but in reality, you should just be yourself. That message has stuck to me even to this day. Money is just there for us to pay expenses and to live in this world. Sure, you can use it to buy stuff that will make you happy, but that can only go so far. Just never let money take you over and turn you into something you're not.